GG. What up, gang? It's Mang. I'm back on Arena with a new standard deck for you guys today. We're going to be talking about the Boros Monument deck that overperformed this past weekend. We're going to play a variation of it here and try to break up the meta a little bit. This is doing really well against Cori-Cutter decks. It's good against Control. If you let this engine set up with Monument of Endurance being the feature card here, you're really going to rack up the wins on the ladder. So let's get into the deck tech. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and like on this video. I do tons of standard and limited content, and we've been growing steadily to 2,000 subscribers, where I'll be doing another pre-con giveaway. So stick around for that. I appreciate all the support on the videos. Alright, in the 1-drop slot, we have 1 copy of Burst Lightning, 4 copies of Torch the Tower. So we're leaning into torches because we're going to be making a lot of treasures off of the Monument of Endurance. So 1 mana, deal 3 damage, and exile a creature with the Scry is enough reason to play a playset of Torch. Let's talk about Guardian of New Benalia. 2 mana 2/2 with Enlist, and whenever this creature enlists a creature, you Scry 2. That's not the important part though. The important part is the infinite discard outlet here. We're able to protect the Guardian of New Benalia when she's on the battlefield, but we also are able to enable Monument of Endurance, as well as get Phyrexian Dragon Engine into the graveyard, which plays really nicely into our playset of Recommission. So for 2 mana as well, we are able to return target artifact or creature card with mana value 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. It enters with an additional 1/1 counter. Notice how it says target artifact card or creature. That's really important, because that means we can go dig up the Monument to Endurance. There's really no penalty to discarding cards if we have a Recommission in hand still. We're going to be leaning into this package here. 4 copies of Sheltered by Ghosts in the main. We swap some of these out post sideboard, but on the play, these are so strong against the aggro decks. Red, Cori-Cutter, the decks that want to knock you down to 0 as fast as possible. The life gain that you get from Sheltered by Ghosts is so critical. 4 copies of everyone's favorite enchantment creature nightmare, Fear of Missing Out, FOMO. 2 mana 2/3, enters, you discard it and draw a card, and with Delirium, you get additional combats. An additional combat with a Phyrexian Dragon Engine in play is enough to close out most games. More times than not though, you're probably going to be winning games with Monument to Endurance triggers anyway. But Fear of Missing Out enables us, gives us value off the Endurance, and just finds the cards we need at the right time. 4 copies of the Lizard that is sweeping the meta by storm because it shuts down the Cori-Cutter and decks that want to play a lot of non-creatures. Magebane Lizard. 2 mana 1/4. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, this creature will actually deal damage to that player equal to the number of non-creature spells. Cast 1 spell, they take 1. They cast a 2nd spell, they take 2, and 3, and so forth. So if Cori-Cutter wants to make that Prowess Monk, they're going to have to pay the tax for it. And this damage adds up over the course of the game. And not to mention, it's a great blocker. So it can really stifle the 2 mana 2/2 haste mice. It can stop Heartfire Hero. You can stop that in its tracks for a few turns. There's a lot of good things here. In the 3-drop spot, we have Phyrexian Dragon Engine. I hinted at it earlier. 2 mana, it's a 3 mana 2/2 with double strike. When this card enters from your graveyard, which you can do for the unearth cost of 5, you may discard your hand, and if you do, draw 3 cards. And being able to discard your hand will help you hopefully get 3 triggers off Monument to Endurance as well. So a very good card in this package here. 4 copies of Tursa Light Shatter. We swap these in on the draw for Screaming Nemesis, so it's a clean like 4-for-4 swap here if you want to go that route. But Tursa is good because it's more discard fuel to the fire. 3/3 haster is always good. This is the reason the deck exists. For 3 mana, we're getting this artifact from Aether Drift, where every time you discard a card, choose 1 mode that hasn't been chosen yet, including draw a card, create a treasure, or each opponent loses 3 life. So notice you can do this on both your turn and your opponent's turn. So if you're at that point in the game where it's board stally, no one's really getting damage in, you can discard a card on your turn, discard something on your opponent's turn, 3, 6, 9, on your next upkeep, you hit them for another 3, like that damage is going to add up and you can really finish a game off. Mana base, nothing surprising here. Let's just highlight the 4 copies of Elegant Parlor. So you're running the Surveil lands, notably because we can put stuff in the graveyard that we don't want, like a Phyrexian Dragon Engine. Maybe we'd rather unearth it at that point in the game. It's good for getting to the cards that we need to find, like the Monument to Endurance. And then all the fast lands, and then 4 copies of the Mycosynth Gardens. So this is a unique land where it taps for colorless, or we can pay 1 to filter with it. But for the X ability, we can pay 3 and tap this to copy a target non-token artifact you control with mana value X. So Phyrexian Dragon Engine is an artifact that we can target. We can make a copy of a double striking creature, or we can make a copy of Monument to Endurance and just keep racking up these triggers here for every time we discard. That's going to do it for the main board. So the deck wants to play a lot of things, cycle through a lot of cards, get a lot of triggers and treasures, and just kind of control the game until the end game, where we'll have double strike at double combats, or bleed them out with the monuments. But very effective. You do need to survive a few turns, so aggro is what it's weak against. Once you get this monument in play, the world's kind of your oyster. You can kind of take over the game how you wish, but this is more of a mid-rangey deck for sure. We'll talk about some sideboard cards over here. We have 3 copies of Ghost Vacuum. We don't have any graveyard hate in our main board. We're going to need some for the post board. Helps you beat Omniscience, helps you beat Jeskai, Oculus decks, Recursion, combo decks. So we got 3 of them here. 4 copies of Destroy Evil. I'm willing to play around with this number a little bit, but for 2 mana, you destroy big creatures, or you destroy target enchantments that we need to get rid of. I don't know if you want 2 less copies, or the 4 is fine, but this will have its place. It'll be more useful than Sheltered by Ghosts, like on the draw, for example. Yeah, I guess Get Lost would be the option here if we wanted to go that route, but Destroy Evil, Get Lost, they do similar things. 1 gives tokens, 1 doesn't. 2 copies of Lithomantic Barrage. This is good against blue, good against Beza, good against Oculus. Anything blue or white, Lithomantic will definitely get played. 1 copy of Lauren of the Third Path. This is another artifact enchantment hate, good against Cori-Steel Cutter. It enters, you remove something from play, and you can, as well as each draw a card on your opponent's end step, ideally so that you get to look at the extra card first and use it with your mana. Lauren's pretty good on the end step as well in that regard. Here's that playset of Screaming Nemesis. This thing is a brick wall against aggro decks. The red decks struggle attacking into this because you can wipe their board with it. We can burst lightning, we can shock this ourselves. There's a lot of good things to like here with Screaming Nemesis. And we usually swap out some variation of Mage Bane or Tersa to play these Screaming Nemesis. And then 1 copy of the Planeswalker Elspeth Stormslayer. If you haven't already checked out my green-white Gearhole deck, Elspeth is the MVP there. We use Collector's Cage to cheat her out. Also, just a strong card in its own right. So we're going to want to play this in some matchups too that need some more grind. Maybe they got a lot of board wipes and we need Elspeth to stabilize us and make tokens. This card's incredible. And we do get double treasures as well. There's a lot to like here with Elspeth. That's going to do it though. So that is the deck tech. I'm going to post the deck list in the description, so check that out. It'll be a Moxfield link. Different feedback you have in the comments, I read all of those. Make sure you like on the video again. I'm going to play 3 best-of-3 matches. We'll see how we do. We'll see if the results speak for themselves, but let me know what you change, and I'll see you guys in game 1. All right, game 1 on the play. I'm not going to keep a 1-lander, so we'll throw that back. I meant to keep that. That's my bad. I have not finished my my coffee here, so I just threw away a card, because that's what I do sometimes. I think we'll be okay, though. I actually do want Tersa. I don't think I want Recommission. That's the nice thing, too. We can usually catch up on card advantage between FOMO, Tersa, Phyrexian. Nice. No harm, no foul. Alright, we need lands. This torch is not going to do much. We get a free attack here. Yeah, Mage Bane's not a big deal. Against our deck, at least. Next turn, we'll be able to Elegant Parlor recommission the Dragon Engine. drawing us 3. I'm in for that. We're gonna swing because I want Tursa to die anyway. This is probably Monstrous Rage, but if he's using it defensively, they're totally okay. Yeah. That's not the worst exchange there. Okay, so now he's got, yeah, he Offspring, the Manifold Mouse. I think we just play our hand. Do I care about the lizard? Probably not. Nice. Let's draw some cards. Okay. We can actually Mycosynth Garden one of the artifacts too. Alright, this looks like Monstrous Rage. Kicked Burst Lightning. Sure. Yeah, that wasn't a big deal at all. Yeah, we'll take our damage, sure. GG. Yeah, Sheltered is very good in this matchup. Okay, like I said though, on the draw, I do think the Nemesis will be better. I want to keep our removal. I think that's all we need to do right there. We'll try it. A little slow. I'm hoping we draw one of our removal spells. Nope. Yeah, if he gets out to a fast start, we're in trouble. Passes, huh? So this is pretty good. We have an indestructible 2/2. And now he's spending 2 on our turn, wasting prowess and wasting removal. Fair enough. I was just about to say, this is a village. This turn will be good. I'm just gonna torch it now. Alright. No creatures, we win. I could have held up torch for his turn, assuming they, you know, try to play a monstrous rage or something like that, but when he's tapped out, it's just so tempting to remove the threats, especially in red. This hand's pretty bad. Hand is better. I say we dump a land and try to parlor into another one. Maybe? I'm dumping that off the parlor because we can still do this. I think lizard will be pretty bad here. Yeah. So Dimir aggro. We've gone through about 2 or 3 extra cards. Can't find third land. This is Kaido. Pretty good, pretty annoying. Brutal. We'll wait one more turn, but I think this is too far gone. That's the issue with the lizard. He's kind of not great in any other matchups. He's not unplayable here, but he's just doesn't do much for us. Not a needle mover. Nice. And he hit a land off that. So we can just tap us down. This will at least kill Kaido. Yeah, we gotta do it. Yep. So both of which at least removes Kaido from the game. Oh no, it doesn't, because he can just I'm stupid. Yeah, he can stun then block. Eh. I don't know. This ain't good. I don't think there's any way he can mess this up. If he was going for raw damage, he could have animated the land and got us to 2. Yeah, Preacher's good though too. Preacher bat. Oh, I probably had a recommission there. Could recommission a lizard, but that's not good. Nah, we're just dead. Yeah, we're done. That's okay. Sideboard, though. Blue or white. Pretty good against Kaido. I don't think we want the lizards. 4 or greater for enchantments. These do help with preachers. Artifact enchantments. Not really. On the play. With a little bit of action. We'll keep this. I want to say I've played this person before. Name looks familiar. So we got the answer to Kaido. Double mulligan from the opponents. Might be gifted one here. Probably should have saved that torch. I wanted to use my mana, but of course I didn't have a turn 2 follow-up anyway. Alright, this smells like, since he used the token here, I doubt he's going to Kaido from it. Let's get our endurance online. Ah, Tashana. That is unfortunate. He is gonna Kaido. Wow. I didn't think he was because he used the token. Alright, we're all set up. This will be pretty hard to come back from. Barrage was huge on the Kaido. He went all in there. Maybe I do just play this. This is still awkward for him with the Tidebinder, because like he has to wait for this to trigger and then do it. But I'm in no rush to do it with this much of a lead. Like, I don't even need to worry about doing this, really. I suppose I will, because I want to draw another card. Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking through, but yeah, go ahead and do it. Toughness 4 or greater. Do you want to lose Tersa? I don't think so yet. He'd have to top deck something crazy, like Kaido or... I don't think we care about that, but it does shut down the Dragon Engine. Anoint is pretty good. Pretty good. Actually, do I want the Nemesis? I might want this. I don't know. Draw a card, treasure. We'll draw it. You could pop the Ghost Vacuum. It's not coming from the graveyard though, so I think he would not get the trigger. It's actually a little confusing. I do wonder what happens when you pop Ghost Vacuum with the Dragon Engine. If he anoints there, I don't think Destroy Evil's doing anything for me. I think we just jam both of these, see what happens. Bit of a clunky game. I feel like we had to do a ton just to stop his double mulligan. Sure. Oh, the Beast Finder does turn off a lot of our stuff. Yeah, we just wait a turn. There's no need to jam there because he would just trade. But we want the guaranteed 3 damage. He'll peck in a bunch. It's cool. Yeah, then we win. Alright, I was wrong about Destroy Evil. We don't really need that at all. Do we want Ghost Vacuum? No. Elspeth? Not great. Might just be another Nemesis. Nothing else discards. I think we just go bigger. Bigger, cheaper removal. We just need to remove all his stuff. Yikes. Better. I guess with the gardens we can dump one. Not sure what to discard here. I guess we dump the monument because we can recommission. Counterspell. What? That sucks. And now we're in danger of Kaido. No Kaido. Okay. Double barrage. It might be wrong, but I'm gonna do it. He's down to 2 cards. I just don't want him ninjutsuing in Kaido. That's like super greedy, but if we can draw Tursa, if we can draw, you know, I'll take a Nemesis. I'm sure he's got another Drowner or something. I'm gonna still jam the Nemesis into the Sanctuary. I'm fine with that. Drowner, yeah. Oh, we'll get his Preacher back. Yeah. He's got to pay the ward twice to do it. That makes sense, though. kind of want to keep the FOMO. I guess the play is still to swing. I may want to keep the barrage, I mean. Like, this can't be right, but I'm gonna lose the card anyway. We're running out of rope here. Oh no. There goes the dragon engine. Don't mind this. I wonder what his last card is. So he can't gain life. And the bat's gonna die if he blocks. We got him on a 2-turn. I do miss the second combat though. So it might have been right to kill the bat. I don't know. He's top decking. And making a 1/1 is not the biggest deal. Like, we're going to want to just keep jamming attacks here. Drawing a Guardian would be pretty bad. Monument wouldn't even be that great. That might have been best possible. So the question is, I can kill the Sanctuary now. We would get him to 1. Can't gain life, can't do anything. We lose to the Reef though. Right? Yeah, I think we would still lose to the Reef. Oh, why is this so tough? I want my dragon back. And I will bargain. Like, I don't want her. If I swing again, we're taking 4. You would just go to 1, I'd lose. Yeah. It's really tight. This stops him from doing the reef. If he top decked Anoint from Affliction. Because now we're sitting pretty if we're in... We're going to be okay if we top deck a land. But we're also okay with majority of our spells. Maybe not Monument at this point. I mean, Burst Lightning would be great. Super interesting game. The Reefs are, they're like chunkers, man. They're like 5 mana chunky for 4 with Death Touch. Another Sanctuary, huh? I don't think I can swing with the Nemesis. I think I still lose. If he goes Reef, swings out, that's 7. No way. Yeah. Wow, what a game. Yeah, I had no way around that. He top decked another Sanctuary. This is where Demir's really good, man. You get Restless Reef, you can play Sanctuaries. Monuments were bad top decks, like, for us at that point. I wonder if those are supposed to come out in that matchup. It's like too slow. I don't know. That was a good game, though. That was really interesting. Alright, match number 3. Hand looks pretty good. Probably just lead off with the Parlor on the play. I don't think I need that. That might come back to bite me if we don't find third or fourth land, but there we go. Go Parlor and Diverge, and we will remove this. All right, good start. Want to race, huh? Let's go Endurance. Oh, sure. Hopefully he can't remove that. He used a Witch Stalker. That does hit for a lot. We have a Torch the Tower. But we get to swing in with first strike. Oh yeah, we can't gain life. Oh, it comes in tapped. Did I just throw that game? I might have just thrown the game. I guess I should have let him attack. Because this gives him a window to block now. Okay. That was really bad on my part. Alright, Nemesis come in. Not really a Mage Bane matchup. Lose a Tersa, lose a Recommish. Go. Triple Guardian. Very swell. Alright, this is where he plays the 2/2 haste, and we remove it. So here we're okay discarding a Guardian if we need to keep this alive. But I'm gonna do it for the scry. Oh, no, we don't scry. That's only if we enlist. Oh, less good. I guess we're kind of racing. If we scry into Monument, is that going to actually win us the game? It might. It might. Well, using the Monstrous Rage there is better than doing it on the mouse with Double Strike. So, I'm not totally upset with that. I say we get in there. Alright. Oof. Lynx is bad. It's another 3. Parlor, we can discard. I don't know what's better. We have to push damage in. If we go monument, we can bleed them out potentially. I forgot to discard. I'm an idiot. Only me. That was so bad, y'all. I don't even think we can top deck anything to save us here. Unless it's another Tursa. That would not have been enough either. Oh, that's on me. I saw the Guardian glowing, but that's because we enlisted it. So I thought the enlist was indestructible. That was winnable. Yeah, that was just bad magic. Well, I'll make the piloting mistakes so you don't have to. That game was within reach, though. That one feels bad. Alright, we need third land. I'm going to keep monuments. They're pretty good. Let's try to hit third land. Nope. Scorching shot, sure. And we brick. I'm gonna do this. I want this out of here. Yeah. Okay. Alright, we're all set up. It's a lot of damage. I guess some of... Oh, we can't gain life off the links. Just flat out. Yeah, that's bad. Uh-oh. I don't have any way to remove the links unless we draw. Unless we draw it. Yo, he's screaming Nemesis. I'm just dead. Might just be dead. Yeah, because that happens first. I don't get to gain life. Treasure token. Wow. Pretty bad. Well, I should have probably won that match. That's on me. I think the title of this video is how did this deck win? Yeah, I mean, it takes some skill to pilot it. You gotta know your sequencing. Let's take one more look at it. I don't see the place for Mage Main other than the one matchup. So maybe I should have more aggressively sideboarded these out. I mean, yes, this is very good against, you know, the double spell Cori Cutter decks. We actually didn't face any of those. So maybe they have their place in the main board. I also wasn't blown away by Destroy Evil. We didn't face any matchups where there was a quality card. I think I'd rather have Get Lost. Those are a few of the things running through my brain. But let me know what you would change, sideboard versus main board here. Deck list will be in the description. There's something here, and I think we're going to get some good tools in Final Fantasy. Because it's just a matter of time. Once we get the right resources for Monument to Endurance, there is going to be an awesome discard cycling deck out there. Maybe the Makos C-play, the 1-drops from Aether Drift. I don't know. There's a lot to work with here. And the foundation's pretty good here. That's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoy the standard content. Be on the lookout for my June 4th Final Fantasy Early Access stream. It's a mouthful. Thank you for the invite, Wizards. I'm lucky enough to be in that program, and I'm going to be streaming. I'm hoping to get 5 to 6 hours worth that day. We're going to play a ton of draft and have a good time. But 2,000 subscribers, doing a giveaway for you guys. Keep hitting the like and subscribe. Leave comments. I love all that stuff, and I appreciate it. See you in the next one. You guys have a good night. Peace.